After the release of Limbo, we've seen a lot of physics-based atmospheric platformers, and Planet of the Eyes is a new one that's now available on consoles. But is this a planet that's worth visiting, or is it more like a robotic malfunction? Planet of the Eyes is a physics-based atmospheric platformer at its simplest. You're playing as a robot traveling, I guess, on the Planet of the Eyes, and after crash landing, you soon, near the wreckage, find an audio log. These audio logs that you'll find throughout the journey are pretty much the only story that it ends up giving you, involving some other character that clearly knows you and you have a history with. Your only goal in the game, though, is just to make it to the end. Travel to the right until eventually the game is over. Along the way, you'll travel to many different areas of the planet that change up the appearance as well as throw puzzles your way. These are pretty simplistic physics-based platform puzzles where you're going to be just pulling on something to make a ledge appear or disappear, sometimes moving an object from a higher platform down below in order to use it as a stepping stool or in order to destroy something else so that you're able to get by. Everything only takes a couple of minutes usually to kind of figure out what you need to do, and it just is a matter of executing it. The platforming does work pretty well, but it's very gravity and heavy based. Your character has a lot of weight to them, so he's unable to really jump that high, which makes sometimes going from one platform to another platform to another can sometimes be a little bit more difficult than it necessarily needs to be, but it's nothing that is unmanageable. The game is not only simple in its gameplay, but very simplistic in its look, but the backgrounds use color and shapes nicely in order to create at least something interesting to look at from area to area. The game also has a nice melodic atmospheric soundtrack that goes along with it that works really well. As to be expected, the controls in the game are quite simple, with just a jump, a grab button so that you're able to push and pull ledges or switches, as well as the movement buttons. But there's also a dance button, and there's a few times where the music goes along with the dancing quite well, I have to say. There isn't a ton else here to the game. It'll only take you roughly around an hour, maybe an hour and a half in order to get through it. And other than the 10 or so audio logs that you're able to find, there's no sort of other collectible or anything else to really look out for. From the technical side of things, though, the game ran smoothly. I didn't run into major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Planet of the Eyes is available now on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam for $9.99. It does have a Platinum Trophy on the PS4, and it's an extremely easy one to get. With a guide, or even without one, it'll probably take you about an hour, hour and a half to get it. Overall, Planet of the Eyes is a decent enough physics-based atmospheric platformer that we've seen quite a bit of over time. The game also has an extremely short length, and while I do like the atmosphere and music, and a bit of the puzzle solving, though it's honestly really on the easier side of physics-based games, it's just an okay experience. And with that said, I'm going to be giving it an average 5 out of 10. But anyway guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.